Alright, so my name is Mr. Carter. You're watching me live right here on Richmond TV. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Watch every sports update. And the show is Sports Chat. Sports Chat on Richmond TV with Da Silva. Making sure that all messages are show for anything. That's where you're going to get the up-to-speed information about every sports update. Da Silva, thank you. Big ups, my bro. Alright, so my name is Mr. Carter. You're watching me live right here on Richmond TV. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Watch every sports update. And the show is Sports Chat. Sports Chat on Richmond TV with Da Silva. Making sure that all messages are show for anything. That's where you're going to get the up-to-speed information about every sports update. Da Silva, thank you. Big ups, my bro.
Hello, family and friends. Do you want to be enlightened around the world of sports? If yes, then make yourself available for Sports Chat with Da Silva on YouTube on Richmond TV. So Royal Mama to the world. Me da so. Hello, family and friends. Do you want to be enlightened around the world of sports? If yes, then make yourself available for Sports Chat with Da Silva on YouTube on Richmond TV. So Royal Mama to the world. Me da so.
Hello, it's another beautiful day. Greetings wherever you find yourself. Once again, you are all welcome to Sports Chats with Da Silva on Richmond TV. Thank you for joining. To all our loyal viewers, I say thank you. Please continue subscribing to this YouTube channel, Richmond TV, for all your authentic sports updates, tidbits around the world of sports, and any latest news. Richmond TV, we got you. Thank you for joining. Today, we are coming to talk a little something about, unfortunately, our Black Stars. Yes, I mean, we know from the onslaught, we said it on Richmond TV that they were not going to do well, but trust me, it's Ghana Black Stars. We cannot do without them. So we went to Ivory Coast for this year's edition. They got it even wrong from the start. Yes, they got it wrong from the start. And budget-wise, training facilities, the team was supposed to go to South Africa. If you have done your things well, and this is logic, you are hosting a tournament in West Africa, you want to go all the way to South, where is acclimatization? But it is only in Ghana. Algeria from North Africa came to a West African country. Namibia from South Africa, they were camping in Ghana. Because we didn't do our things well. They were trying to, as usual, go inflate budget and share it among themselves. Now they went to Kumasi Sports Stadium. Now they have to fall an individual, Dr. Che, and use his training facilities in Ghana. There comes the tournament. Everything chaotic. Cape Verde, Egypt, Mozambique. As a nation, are they serious? That is why tonight at the topics, enough is enough, Ghana Black Stars. Wake up. Yes, we went to, come on, we've played 3 different AFCONs. And the whole Ghana Black Stars, we've only won. One. No, this is not the Ghana Black Stars we grew up watching. The lives of Abedi Ayupele, Frimpong Manso, Stanley Abora, Tony Yeboah, Tony Bafo, Edward Ansa, Ni Odate Lamte. Back in the days, we saw progression. Straight from Italia 91, Alessio Poku Odate Lamte, led by Otto Frista, they won the Starlet, Italia 91. When we won the Under-17 Cup, we transitioned from Under-17 straight Senegal 92, Ajay Kasari, Odate Lamte, Mohamed Gago, Yapreko, straight they were playing Black Stars. Because they did well. The same thing happened. Ghana won the World Under-20 World Cup in Egypt 2009. And there came Angola 2010. Less than a year, Coach Milo took us to that tournament. Nobody, I mean, the senior players, injury, why? So they couldn't make it to that tournament. But there was a plan. Ghana went all the way to the finals with one goal project, just to be knocked out by a Mohamed Gedo strike last minute. And the Pharaohs of Egypt won that cup. Gone were the days when you say Black Stars versus Cape Verde, 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. But now the Black Stars of today, no, we can't say that. Everybody in Abidjan, when you talk to the reporters, friends, Nigeria, when they knew that it didn't go well against Mozambique, they said no. They opened up. Okocha was there. Players coming to the camp of the Super Eagles, interacting with each other. It is only in Black Star camp as if Joe Biden and the Vice President Donald Trump is there. Security, and you think people are even going to pray for this team? We've seen players, they have to die for the national team jersey, their shirt. Money comes. We played so many World Cup. 2006, we were in Germany. 2010, we were in South Africa. 2014, we were in Brazil. Then the latest one in Qatar. What about World Cup for all this World Cup money? Ghana is not utilizing it well. And the same problem, Otuado, Ghana has too solo. We brought in a scouting coach. Really? And I always say, and most of my friends understand me, the World Cup came too early because we defeated the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We thought, yes, we got it. But to me, we shouldn't have qualified for that World Cup because the normal Ghanaian forgot because we all saw what happened at the World Cup. And this is Ghana Black Stars. Anytime they create a system, a scapegoat, Otuado was kicked out. No problem. Old school Milo Ravat brought in again his second coming. And if you notice coaching, their second comings, it normally don't end well. It's only few. Oh, there came Milo. We went to another tournament. The same thing. Milo was sacked. Now, Chris Hughton. He said, forget about, I don't want to talk about Chris Hughton tonight. Why always sacrificing the coach? Why you keep on doing the same thing? You don't get the results. Why can't you change it? Cleanse the FA, clean from the cleaner. Obi otutu kokokra on the street of the secretariat. Look, if you don't cleanse the essay, we will come back next year. The same thing will happen. So what are we saying? Problem no, everybody knows. We are just being typical Ghanaians. Problem no, but they just don't want to say it. They just don't want to speak the truth. Oh, you call someone or cement me and that. Because we all know that the team is not going to do well. We all know. We said it on Richmond TV. My panelists said it that we were not going to do well. But at least come on, we bought jersey. We bought the Blaster jersey with our money. We feel it like we've won. But the Blasters of today, nothing. And the authorities. Coach sacking. And the most annoying thing is, we've gone to a tournament. Chris has been sacrificed. No worries. George Boateng, Didi Dramani, Olele. Then then they'll put one there. Interim. What are you talking about? Sack all of them. What is Samia J doing? What is Osebwati doing? Antonio Sekou. We have goalkeepers. Olele. Look, go and watch. Olele did well, but go and watch 2010. That Diago Folan free kick. Come on. What the boy went to me, and he's a Blaster coach. We can say more and more. We've supported you. History has it that the 4 trophies that the Blaster won. And you're Brony crowd and ENG. CKJ if you won 3. Osam do 1-1. So what is the big issue? It's not about bringing this coach, you can bring Jose Mourinho, but the system is corrupt. Cleanse the FA. The FA needs to be cleansed. As I said, the cleaner, the messenger, Obikra shoemaker, Obikra Otutu Koko, Obi Oton Gobekra street, so clean, sack everybody, bring new people. Essien or Juma in Denmark. Imagine Sule Muntari being a Blasters team manager. You cannot fool. He has played the game before. He understands it. So enough is enough. Ghana Black Stars. Enough is enough. Yes, today you can see the energy man, energy naba, because it's too much. On my yacht, they are called that. You give us this money, we will going to win. Give her this thing. So, and God being so good, if they had qualified $30,000, stream, they call qualification bonus. Nothing. You took a very good progressive midfielder and the person of Richard Lamptey. Now Ashimoro is out. I was working with some friends. As soon as I saw Baba Idris, I'm like, what is wrong with this coach at all? But I don't want to blame the coach. The FA knew that. The FA even wanted to sack him. Report came in from Cote d'Ivoire from the first game. He knew it. We brought our own. This is from the government. It doesn't work like that. And when you talk, oh, FIFA, bandy, and they are using FIFA. If we have to be banned, ban the nation. Ben Kofi has done it before. That's why we enjoy the likes of Sule Ali Muntari, Michael Essien, all those good, the golden generation, because they played in New Zealand 99 and I said Joe Satukwefiu 2001. They went to Argentina. That's the tournament Saviola played in. Patrick Villas, John Mensah, Michael Essien, Michael Mbapawa, all those guys. They were in Rwanda, Angola. They were second in Africa. They were Boateng and co. Then they took that form to Argentina. So it was a progression plan. Now under 17, we don't qualify. Black Starlet, Black Satellite, Black Meteors, nothing is working. And you expect, look at Senegal. Look at that midfielder. He just played under 20 tournament. Look at Cisse. Cisse captained them in the World Cup. He captained them in the AFCON final when they lost to Cameroon. Diop, Fadiga, all those guys are among the team. They are coming close to the team. Only Ghana Blasters because of create, loot, and share. Enough is enough. Let us do the right thing. At least countries are doing it. Let's emulate from them, infrastructure-wise, everything. Like, comment, share, subscribe. But enough is enough. Very soon, I'll invite Richie JR to give us around the NFL, what is going on. Over to you, Richard.
Thank you, Da Silva. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sports Chat with Da Silva on Richmond TV. I am Richard JR, here to give you the latest news in the NFL. First, the Kansas City Chiefs will be playing against the Baltimore Ravens this Sunday. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Next, the Detroit Lions will be facing off against the San Francisco 49ers later the same day. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Now, the winners from each game will go on to face each other in the Super Bowl this February. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Let me know what you guys think, which teams will be making it to the Super Bowl in the comment section below. Once again, I am Richard JR. Over to you, Da Silva.
All right, so my name is Mr. Carter. You're watching me live right here on Richmond TV. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Watch every sports update. And the show is Sports Chat. Sports Chat on Richmond TV with Da Silva. Making sure that all messages are shown for anything. That's where you're going to get the up-to-speed information about every sports update. Da Silva, thank you. Big ups, my bro. All right, so my name is Mr. Carter. You're watching me live right here on Richmond TV. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Watch every sports update. And the show is Sports Chat. Sports Chat on Richmond TV with Da Silva. Making sure that all messages are shown for anything. That's where you're going to get the up-to-speed information about every sports update. Da Silva, thank you. Big ups, my bro.
Hello, family and friends. Do you want to be enlightened around the world of sports? If yes, then make yourself available for Sports Chat with Da Silva on YouTube on Richmond TV. So Royal Mama to the world. Me da so. Hello, family and friends. Do you want to be enlightened around the world of sports? If yes, then make yourself available for Sports Chat with Da Silva on YouTube on Richmond TV. So Royal Mama to the world. Me da so.
Now, thank you. Thank you, Richie JR, for that latest information from the world of NFL. Who do you think viewers will make it to the Super Bowl, and who do you think will win? So today I have wonderful personalities, wonderful soccer-loving fans at the studios of Richmond TV. They've joined online for us to discuss how the AFCON went. And enough is enough for Ghana's Black Stars. Yes, enough is enough. Without much ado, let me go ahead and introduce the panelists. The first person is Mr. Native, popularly known as Biero, a very popular Arsenal fan. Hey guys, very soon it's about to be tax season. Talk to me, and I will lead you to his place. An accountant in profession. Welcome to Sports Chat, Biero. You are welcome. Welcome.
Thank you, Da Silva. Thank you for having me on Richmond TV. Viewers, thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share it to a friend. To a friend. Today we're going to be serving a hot sports chat, and we all saw what went on with Black Stars. We are saying enough is enough, and so thank you for tuning in.
All right, thank you very much, Biero. The second on the list is Clay. Yes, when you say Clay, oh yes, it will be named Clay. And one unique thing about Clay, he's a Chelsea fan. I'm not saying that Jose Mourinho Chelsea fan, no. Back in the days, Chelsea fan. Back in the day when they were coached by the Ruud Gullit, Gianfranco Sola, Di Matteo, Marcel Desailly, Leboeuf, and those times, yes. A Chelsea fan. So with me going back in the days, you know Clay understands the game, and he also follow Ghana Black Stars, and especially a Chelsea fan. Welcome to Richmond TV, Clay.
Thank you, Da Silva. Thank you for having me on here. Viewers, nice to have you on here. Listen, we got a lot of content for you on here. Like, subscribe. This is Sports Chat with Da Silva on Richmond TV. This is where you get all your information. As you can see, we already had some NFL news. Today, we're going to talk Black Stars. I don't know. It's going to be heated, but just tune in. It's going to be a lot of fun. Once again, my name is Clay. Nice to have you on here.
Thank you very much, Clay. As Clay said, yes. And he studio numaeshe. So thank you very much. Let me go ahead and introduce the last Speaker of Parliament, a good friend, a family member. Hey, okay. He's also a Chelsea fan. Assemble and Crane Chelsea for the Blues are everywhere. Without much ado, let me go ahead and introduce or welcome my good brother, Mark Saka. Mark, you are welcome to Sports Chat on Richmond TV.
Thank you, viewers. Thank you for subscribing and tuning in today.
Mark, we speak a little bit, please.
Sorry, I have this. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
All right. So thank you for having me on today. I mean, they've said it all. Viewers, you know what to do. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Like, subscribe, share the link. You only got good stuff coming up today.
Good. Now, viewers, these are my lovely soccer pundits for tonight's topic. Quickly. So, the men, they have been separated from the boys. Yes. The AFCON, the 34th edition of the African Cup of Nations, which is currently going on in Cote d'Ivoire, has reached the round of 16 with some surprises. Let me quickly go through the fixtures for the round of 16. We have Angola versus Namibia. We have Super Green Eagles from Nigeria versus the Indomitable Lions from Cameroon. Equatorial Guinea versus Guinea, the two Guineas. The Pharaohs of Egypt versus Democratic Republic of Congo. We have Cape Verde, Black Stars Masters, Cape Verde, the Blue Sharks of Cape Verde versus Mauritania. We have the Battle of the Lions and the Elephants. Senegal Teranga Lions versus the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire. We have Mali versus Burkina Faso. And we have the Atlas Lion from Morocco versus Bafana Bafana from South Africa. Bero, these are the teams for the round of 16. Quickly, what do you make of these teams, and who do you think will go to qualify for the next round, Bero?
So the next round, if looking at the features and how they have all fared over the tournament, I am tipping for Angola versus Namibia group, match. I'm tipping Angola to sail through. And Nigeria versus Cameroon. I think with Vincent Abubakar, the captain, coming in, I'm sure, Nigeria will surely be packing. Then Guinea will go through Equatorial Guinea versus Guinea. I'm tipping Equatorial Guinea. I mean, either of them, they both have shown character. They've shown that they are into to win it. So I think either of them have the chance. DR Congo played good soccer. I think Egypt will sail through. DR Congo versus Egypt. Cape Verde and Mauritania. Cape Verde will sail through. Senegal, yeah, they are the favorite in the tournament. So I'm tipping Senegal to beat Ivory Coast. And then Mali versus Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso, they played. It's the same guys who played the last tournament, so they kind of gel together. And I believe that Burkina Faso may carry the day. And then Morocco and South Africa, I think Morocco will go through. Yeah, that's my observation so far. I mean, this is purely based on the performance of the teams as the tournament began.
Thank you very much, Pierrot. Clay, briefly, which teams do you think, maybe one or two, you think are going to make it to the next round? Clay?
Yeah, there are a few fixtures here that I think is very eye-catching. Like Senegal, of course, is going to be a good one, especially with Senegal being one of the favorites in the tournament. But at the same time, you're playing the host nation, so there's that effect of the crowd and that kind of energy behind Ivory Coast. So I mean, Bero was mentioning Senegal going through. I don't think it will be that easy. I think it's going to be a very tricky match. If Ivory Coast were to play with, like as we say, the 12th man with the crowd behind them, who knows? They might cause an upset, which is going to be a big upset, especially with Senegal probably having the one of the best teams in the tournament. Another fixture where not many people talk about it, but I think the Morocco South Africa game is going to be another good one, just because of that north and south battle going on. Obviously, whenever you play the Northern Africans, you should be ready for a very tough game. In this instance, I don't know. I might side with Bero here. I think Morocco might skip through. So there we go. And the final game that I think would be a good one will be Nigeria, Cameroon. I don't know. I see a draw, having it going over extra time, possibly penalty shootouts, or but I don't know. Nigeria's looking good. Cameroon has not played the best games so far. I think they are both performance-wise on the same level, so we'll see how that goes. But word of mention, I think Cape Verde is a big surprise in this tournament overall. I don't know how they're going to fare with Mauritania, but they might be one of those tournament surprises that pulls up so far. So watch out for Cape Verde. Yeah.
Clay said we should watch out for the Blue Sharks from Cape Verde. Yes, watch out. I agree perfectly with the first two speakers. Mark, few games is coming on for the round of 16. What are your intake on these fixtures?
Okay, so I agree with a few things that Clay also said. I feel like Nigeria is gonna sail through, even though they haven't been on their best, but I feel like they regroup and see their flaws and try to like make amends because they have all the players. Looking at their team and looking at Cameroon, unless it becomes one of like the Black Stars issue, I don't see any problem. I see Nigeria going through. Cape Verde, Mauritania, I see Cape Verde going through because they look like they've done their homework and they came well prepared. And I see them going through on that one. Equatorial Guinea and Guinea. That one, that's where I see maybe the draw or maybe Equatorial Guinea going through. For Angola, Namibia, I'll go for Angola outside with Biero. I'll go for Angola on that one. Mali, Burkina, I'll go for Mali. I see Mali going through. Burkina will do their best. They have Traore trying to do all they can, but I see Mali going through. Egypt, DR Congo. Egypt doesn't have like a good team for this tournament. And having that Salah won't be there and all that. They'll do their best, but I still see Egypt going through, beating DR Congo. So for that one, I'll go with Egypt. Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire. That's a cracker. I believe Cote d'Ivoire have sacked their coach. So I think it's their second coach who will be handling it now. I wonder how they'll look under the new coach and all that. So that would like play a role. And I see Senegal going through because Senegal is one of the favorites to lift the trophy again. They look like they have a well-oiled machine, like the German machine. So far in the tournament, they look like they came with their A game. Morocco, South Africa, I foresee Morocco going through. So I tip Morocco and Senegal to make it to the finals. So it's football; anything could happen. But for now, these are my things that I've seen. Yep, over.
I think yeah, I perfectly agree with each whatever you guys said. Especially on the take on Senegal. And personally, I think Cape Verde, between Cape Verde and Equatorial Guinea, something might happen. I'm foreseeing if Senegal don't defend the trophy, we might for the first time have someone or a nation that has not won it before. But time will tell. So now, the Ghana Blasters coach has been stuck. And it's been always the coach. Biero, do you agree? Is the problem only a coaching problem when it comes to our senior national team? Biero, is it only coaching problem?
We cannot pin it all in on coaching. I think the preparation too is part of it, and also the player selection. I don't know whether we didn't have the right players, but the players we sent to the AFCON, they are substandard. We saw it on the pitch, and like we've always been saying that, and when we are down, there's no sense of urgency. It doesn't look like they came to the tournament to win anything. They just want to add to the numbers to say that they've also done the Black Stars jersey and show, to the show up at the AFCON. To me, from the first game, that should have been the way we lost the first game to Cape Verde. And we were thinking that, okay, the second game, things will change. But we saw the sloppy game they played. And also, there are rumors flying all over the place that some of the GFA is running, you know, the Black Stars like a business, which to me, if it's really true, that is unethical. Because when you look at the ethic side of things, I don't think it's about time we need to have a clear policy that GFA, any person who become a GFA president must not have anything to do with owning a soccer team. Because we heard about rumors that the current GFA has about 5, teams that plays situated in different regions in Ghana. So they could call a player from. I'm saying it's a rumor, so it's not like So situated in different regions, so they could call somebody from his team in Takwa, and you might think it's not the team is not owned by him. Meanwhile, it is owned by them. So I don't know why we are allowing people who have conflict of interest to run our affairs. Because if we are running the affairs of Ghana football as if it's a business, then the person is only looking at selling, calling players they know will play for the national team, only for them to get a contract out there and make profit. So they are only thinking of lining up their pocket. And I make what you share, we can be you cannot call on us to support Black Stars and then you give us this kind of result. I mean, it's just unacceptable. And watching how we just were leading 2 goals just for us to just finally go out of the game. I mean, it's just unacceptable. So I think the coach is to be blamed, because the 6 minutes to the end of the game, making those kind of changes, I think those changes went against us. And I don't know but like from the beginning, I even said that I don't think we're going to make it out of the group. And so I was thinking something will change, and it never changed. So I think everybody, the whole team must be sacked, including the GFA himself. Yeah, everybody, they should dissolve the whole GFA. Even if FIFA has to ban us, they should ban us. Enough is enough. We are tired. We are tired of this kind of nonsense ball they are playing. If the boys are not ready to play, they should sit home. We don't want them to come and play for us, because they should cherish the jersey. They shouldn't come to come and just play with our heart just like that. Yeah. So I rest my case. I yield.
Thank you very much, Piero. Yeah, Piero said yes. He knew, and he said it right here on Richmond TV, on Sports Chat, that it was last week edition, that he said it point blank, we are not going to qualify. But at least they should go and make us proud. Mark, coach. Otuadu was sacked. The same problem. Milova Ravai was sacked. Duka Daya. Now Chris sacked. The same leaders are there. Do you blame the current situation of the current Black Stars? Is it only a coaching problem, Mark?
It can be a coaching problem. So, like, to add to what Bioro was saying, it's funny how the system is out there, right? You have to own a team to be part of the football people. And correct me if I'm wrong, Gasova. You have to be like a team owner or some type of way to be able to even contest for like GFA president. I don't know how that makes sense. For instance, if it's England, they are telling.
So you don't have to be. So let me make this correct. You don't have to be a team owner. So that is why when Kurtz was about to he has to say give dreams to someone else. But you and I know that he's still managing it. You don't have to own the team, right? That's why I said, okay, I'm no more managing Dreams FC. I've given it to a friend or an associate. But you are the bankroller. Team it's on paper.
Yep. So that's where the whole thing starts from. And then there's been accusations of players who are not being called up because they are not gonna make like XYZ out of them and all that. So clearly it's not from the coach. We've had about 3 different coaches under one GFA president. And it's been disgrace upon disgrace upon disgrace. So if you keep changing something and the results is still the same, why not change from source? Why is nobody looking at him, right? Everybody's looking at the coach. The coaches keep coming. You told us you are bringing us a coach who is not Matra Makwe. Poto. It was bad. So like, it's definitely not the coach. They are going to bring a new coach, and it's funny how they are the same people going to bring a new coach. So they'll bring in someone that they can roll with and have their way around. If I'm a player, I wish him. If I wish him, one far away, but I don't call the right people. And the problem is from Asieho. It's not at the top. All these calling of players from different leagues. Oh, if someone is called something Ado. Oh, and the way to bear Ghana new, young coaches say, oh, Ghana. It's not solving it because they don't know each other. They're not playing for each other. We share born on the field that as will be a bonnet there. I said Chelsea the NCC. I say afraid for players, no, I come a boom kakra so mumbo. And these people don't even have enough time to train together to have that chemistry and kind of like say, okay, we the ball never to us, so I'll dash in and for it and then put their lives on the line for them. Everybody wanted to even end the tournament and go because if they progress to the next stage, some people in the back are going to take the glory, and you know for a fact that they are like there for the money and all those bonuses. Players need to be $30,000 in any almost. So we are better off say than we progress and you people will make whatever amount they were going to make, and they will say they are doing the work. Meanwhile, apparently they were in the same camp hotel with Nigeria. Nigerians footballers opened up to everybody. Anybody could come in there and talk to them, and even after their first game, there was nothing wrong. And then how Ghana for we be a third floor now? Yeah, Ghana for we can't even go there and talk to them. There's still security or normally there. Like I know you said it in the intro. It was like no. Team they'll bring in a new coach. Problem if we don't go to the root cause of it, it's always going to be like this. We're going to go next year. We have about next year. Ask yourself, what's the plan? I've seen a roadmap of getting a coach. For what? I wish say be good GF, and then FIFA and banning or for whatever reason, during that banning period, rebuild the whole thing from scratch. It's not only at the Black Star level, under 17, and it goes down. They almost qualify for anything.
Right.
Under one GFA president, we've been banned. The women have been banned for 2 years for age doping or something like. And then how does that happen? So a broader and a bigger problem, and not just changing coaches, and you're not solving it. So that's what I have to say for now.
Thank you very, very much. Mark raised a very important topic about the players knowing themselves. Look, these people that you see them, it wasn't one day something.
Yeah.
It was systematically, as I said in the intro, they played under, let me even go back, National under 12. Enokaje, George Yemwa, Edubofo, Bansa, those guys, when we used to beat Benin 8-0. Some went to St. Augustine's. When those days, the Intercom, we have the Milo codes. Don Bote and the lights were doing it in Accra. Stevie Odro and the rest were doing it in Ashanti region. They go and camp in Winneba for years. So they know, Ofaha, Mefaha, Ofaha, Mefaha, Wafasro, Mafafom, they communicate among themselves.
On and off the pitch.
So they knew their strength. This current blaster, now they say we have Fase. Play. So do you think is it only? I personally think the coaches are always being sacrificed. So clear. My question is, do you think the Black Star program, now that we've sacked the coach, next year in Morocco, you're Kojiaba
You're Kojide Cap So I'm listening carefully. Black Stars, since we're kids, there's a whole different aspects to it. So I'm going to look at it from a very slightly different view. Bureau Mark spoke a lot about the politics surrounding it, because at the end of the day, that is what it is, right? The politics surrounding Black Stars, and just generally every kind of official agency in Ghana, there's politics around it. No matter what we do, we can put a lid on it or revise it, it seems like, right? I'm going to look at it from a different perspective. There's three elements whenever you see a team playing, regardless of any sports team playing. There are three elements that you got to look out for. You want to look out for leadership, pride, right, and effort. We can talk all we want, bring the right players, bring the players for the coach, bring in. If you don't have these three elements, you're still going to fail. So I'm glad Biero, Mark have spoken about the politics. The politics part of it, we can be on this show for 1 week. We'll still not even finish talking about it. Now, you've done all the politics. You have these players going in there to represent a nation, right? A whole nation. You didn't see one time there was pride. Zero. No pride in any of the players. Maybe Kudus. Maybe one or two players, right? Effort, same. I can say Kudus, maybe a few players here and there. When it comes to leadership, I don't know who gives that quality of leadership on the field, right? The captain, hold on. The captain, starting captain. Well, I guess they did use the main captain, but since he's not starting, the captain is the goalkeeper. The goalie, we all know, doesn't even know what he's doing in the goal.
He hasn't been playing for his
If we put Biero in the goal, Biero will probably do better than that goalie, right? And then I'm hearing this guy in his club team is the third goalkeeper in his club team. Listen to this more. The first team goalkeeper of that club didn't even make it to their national team. And meanwhile, the third goalkeeper is playing for our national team.
Can you imagine?
And he's also the captain. So zero. Leadership is off. There, in the past, you see the DIU with the effort, trying to kind of leadership. But if he's not playing, he's not playing. How is he going to lead? And at this point, he doesn't even have a club, or I don't even know his situation right now. So, we'll talk about the politics, but at the end of the day, you as a player playing for the Black Stars, you're on the field, right? Whether you got in the right way or not the right way, show what you got, because at the end of the day, you are playing for your nation. The coach is just a sacrifice because someone needs to be sacrificed. We all know that. That's the trend that is going on. It's part of the politics. Game-wise, each game, fair enough, the coach made mistakes, so we got to be critical about that. His game management seems to be very, very poor. If you realize, almost the last quarter of all the games, he's conceding goals.
Agreed.
If you're conceding goals in the first game, second game, third game, you as a coach, your fingers need to be pointed at you. So I get that. But sacking the coach, obviously, someone needs to be sacrificed. So there he goes. He's taking his money. He's gone. But guess what? The bigger picture is, as players representing the nation, as players who really mean they are footballers, right? Who want this is an opportunity to shine. This opportunity to showcase your talent, right? Say you're playing in Turkey, you're playing in Israel, wherever you're playing. This is an opportunity, a platform for you to show what you got. See if you're going to come to Europe, some better league, because at the end of the day, it's your career. But these players are not showing that, right? If you're on the field, right, there's no cohesion. I get that. There's no unity. Those are topics we can keep talking about. But at the end of the day, even individually, when they have the ball, you can tell that there lacks quality. There's no effort. There's no leadership. There's no one person that's like, okay, normal. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, well, yeah, let's do this. You don't see that versus other teams. Cape Verde, I mean, besides Bebe, who used to play for Manchester United, he even was a flop. I don't even know any of the players there. But you can see what I was saying. You can see the effort. You can see leadership on the field. And you can see the pride because they are playing for their nation. So, you know, that's over. We can sit here and talk a lot about the Black Stars and the politics behind it. And we all know there's so much there that me, you, none of us on this platform can even change, right? We can only speak to it. But sometimes I think it falls on the people at the end of the day on the pitch. If you're on the pitch, whether you deserve it or not, show us, right? Show us. Change our minds that you deserve to be there. I don't think anybody did that. So they deserve to come home. Me, I told Mark and I was speaking offline. I told them, what I call told Jesse, I could you refund now. Wow. If you didn't see this coming, then it's on you because, like, no way. It's a very sad situation that next year we're probably going to be in the same boat. What you going to do? Bring in a new coach who's going to probably have time with these players, maybe maximum of a few weeks because they all go play for their clubs, come back, and then it's just for Kobo, the same thing. He's probably going to be sacked again. It's just going to be a cycle. But at the end of the day, hey, it's a bigger picture. It's a whole conversation that goes deeper than what we even see. And then there's rumors and things that we cannot even confirm and all that. But I believe that any player, whatever it is, any sportsman, if you're on the field, show what you got. Whether you deserve to be there or not, show us what you got. Convince us that truly you deserve to be there. But none of them did. Those who deserve to be there, those who didn't deserve to be there, none of them showed their effort, their pride for playing for Ghana, nothing. None of them draws and supporters. No issue.
I mean, to add to that,
Nashi Jama.
You see, they said what? A chick that will grow into a cock can be spotted the very day it hatches.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Clay.
You know.
Thank you very much, Clay. Yes. As Clay, we can go on and on. Yeah, we will talk. Because as for they nipa abubu nuegu na so they don't want to listen, and it's the same constant mistake. If you just join us, this is a live transmission on Sports Chat with Da Silva, happening live on Richmond TV. Today, I have wonderful studio panelists in the person of Clay, a lover of the game, understanding of the game very deep, Bureau too, an astute Arsenal fan, Mark Saka, a very good soccer pundit. And today we said enough is enough. We are discussing how we think the Black Stars feel, and even sacking of coach Chris Hughton. Is it the right thing? Let me go online and quickly read some comments. We have a lot of them coming in. So now we have Wadaski. Yes, Wadaski. We just enrolled Wadaski. He's part of Royal Mamas Ministry, social media handling team. Very soon you'll see more of him. So he came online, he said, Sports papa. Then they have to sack the entire GFA. And I perfectly agree. Look, yes, we know it was elections that, look, 2019, when Egypt failed the whole nation, people were upset, people were mad. When the president of the FA came, he said, we have failed the nation. We have resigned. But not in Ghana. Then he said, Ghanaians are tired of them. Abba. Another comment came. He said, indeed, enough is enough. Don Music Production. Don D. Bigger Boss, the CEO of Ghana Music Awards. He said, nice. Nicholas Obey, yes, the one and only King Gasti, said, quality sports chat with Da Silva on Richmond TV. Thank you, boss. Enough is enough. We are tired of them. And he said, the coach should be sacked with players. Then someone came. He said, did you just mention the goalie? Blame on Lele. He should be sacked. The coach doesn't know his first 11. The players are not united. Nicholas came in again. The coach should be sacked with some players again. Yes, they lack communication because they are not united. The players perform well in their clubs. Inaki Williams just called for his club after he exited the Black Stars. Why didn't he score for Black Stars? So these are the comments. Keep on bringing in your comments. We will read them here. Make sure you share the link so that friends can also watch, like, and subscribe to this wonderful YouTube channel so that we can always bring you sports updates from everywhere. Now, Clay, this goes to you. We watched some of the matches. Some said the players should be sacked. Now, this crop of players, do you think they are the future, like they would lead us to the promised land? Or you think maybe half or the entire team should be just, or do you think there were 2 or 3 exceptions that need to be kept? Now, Mama Kadina, oh yeah, what do you think?
I mean, a lot of them need not show up again. A lot of them. I mean, the truth is the truth. Your comments are right. I mean, you can see it on the field. There are a few players on there. You can tell they have quality that we need. In every national team that's over, you are looking at very few weeks as a team together, right? Because everyone is playing on their club level. So you need quality. You need a player that's already showing a very high level of play in their club teams before they even come to the national team. You can't make the best out of a few weeks if you are not on that level. A lot of them need to go. I'm sorry, but I'll mention one name. The goalkeeper needs to go. How that guy is a national team goalkeeper, I don't get it. If there are no goalkeepers available in Ghana, then we have a big issue. If that's the best we have, then we have big issues. If that guy is playing in as the third goalkeeper for Orlando Pirates or wherever he plays for, he's not good enough. That's the quality I'm talking about. Kudus is showing a very high level of play in West Ham. Basically, they rely totally on him. Whilst he's been away, when one of their games, against I think it was not Brentford, but Nottingham Forest also. You could tell they were lacking the quality of Kudus. You need someone like that because he has that high quality. Right. Even in the second game, he showed it. He came on the field and he was a difference maker, right? I like Semenyo. I like his enthusiasm. He's one of those players where you need a good coach to kind of like mold him to find the best out of him, right? Because you can tell he's also playing at a high quality level. Surprisingly, the Ghanaian national team has really good defenders. When you look at it, a lot of them are playing high quality games in their clubs at the moment, right? Amate, as up until last season, was playing in the Premier League until what's it called? Leicester got relegated. What's the other guy's name? Salisu. Pretty much same thing. They are playing at a high level. Ajiku, very good defender. As you know, I know people have issues with the right back. What's his name? The light skin. Your friend is saying crowd. By him, I think he's good enough.
Odoi.
Maybe he's not.
Odoi.
Yes, him.
Yeah.
Odoi.
I think the back line is fairly good. That with the right coach and the right tactics, we could still keep them, right? I think what we are lacking is the midfield. Da Silva. When we look at the national team in the past year when we were doing really good, the crop of players in the midfield were playing at the top level. We're talking about Stephen Appiah. We're talking about Sule Muntari, Michael Essien. We're talking about people like Boateng coming in and Derek Boateng and so on and so forth. These were people who were playing high quality football. In the midfield right now of the Black Stars, I can't really say much. There's good players. There it is. But there needs to be an overall in the middle. Once you get that mid, a lot of football is played in the midfield. If you can't control the midfield, guess what? The other team outruns you. So midfield players, I think a lot of them need to go. I don't know, what kind of scouting they need to do, what kind of revamping they need to do, but we need quality midfielders. With Inaki, like you said, he hesitated and now he's scoring goals. He came in the comment. It is something lacking, right? Is it the coach? Is it the team not playing to their strength? In every team, you find the quality, and then sometimes you adjust towards a player. If you feel like he's a quality striker, right, and he's not producing, what's wrong there, right? Maybe adjusting to him. If he's not that good, maybe he needs to not show up again. It's as simple as that. But I think our biggest overhaul will be in the midfield, where we're lacking quality. It's just a bunch of players in the midfield, but none of them, I don't think, are playing that high quality football for their clubs. And if you're lacking that coming to the national team, it becomes a problem. So yeah, that's over.
I perfectly agree with you, Clay. Yes, you are spot on. Spot on. Maybe the only thing maybe I would slightly, disagree respectfully is the Odwe part. Odwe, headmaster, but the midfield in there, you got it spot on. You got it spot on, Clay. Look, and this coach doesn't learn, right? You always want to play two pivots, two DMs, and Baba Idrisu. Come on. We were making a case for him,
right?
Everywhere that you needed to go to the World Cup because of 7 days of recovery. You were kicked out after playing all the qualifiers. Again, Salis. They always, have you noticed their first match for the Blasters? Position, and all those two defensive midfielders, just it wasn't working
at all.
You need someone to progress the ball. Who win the ball and nobody actually. Look, and you, Claire, you got a spot on. Look at Sule Muntari. Look at Antoniana.
Yes.
They know how to even progress the ball.
Right.
Biaro. So my question is, do you think this, even though coach is gone, yes, now the coach belongs to history. Do we maintain this current crop of Black Star players, or majority of them, or some of them need to go and some needs to stay?
Majority of them has to go. All of them, majority. And the last time I spoke about the height of the players too. Our players are too short. To be quite frank, they are too short. They cannot win the area balls. If you look at the heading, the last goal that Mozambique scored us, there was nobody. If you look at Black Stars, we have about four players that are above 6 feet.
Babiaro.
Hello?
Babiaro, the person that scored the Mozambique goal, he's the shortest in their team.
Okay, fine. But the thing is that when we look at our team, anytime they start playing the area balls, the goalkeeper, everybody is panicking because they don't have the height. But we need to change, back to the midfield, we need to change the midfield and total overhaul of the midfield. Because when you look at those days when Sule Muntari, Stephen Appiah, Kojo Asamoah, Derek Boati were manning the midfield. The way the Senegalese are now playing their game, we were playing free flow. The passes were going through to Asamoah Gyan, and he was able to score goals. But when you look at the game we played the last time, for example, I saw one of the highlights. Jordan Ayew picked the ball, and Inaki Williams made a run. Instead of passing the ball to Inaki Williams, he played it to his brother, and the ball was intercepted. So we need to change. Baba Idrisu, he didn't play well at all. None of them played well. In fact, we need to look for players who are willing to don the Blaster shirt and leave everything on the pitch. That is what we are looking for. Like I was saying earlier, that we saw from the the friendly matches, the 2 friendly matches that we saw in US last year, we saw that the midfield, nothing was working. The passes were not going through. Look at how USA outrun our midfield. The boys gave us a run for our money, and that should have given the coach an ample time to make sure that he works on the midfield. But he didn't do that. And he called the same players who performed poorly. And if we want to proceed or move forward as a team to bring smiles back on the faces of Ghanaians, there should be a total overhaul of the team. They should keep 1 or 2 players and bring a new crop of players who are willing, who are ready to sacrifice for the nation. And they are not playing because they needed money, but they are playing so that they'll go into the annals of history that, they've also won something for Ghana. And, though we are not going to benefit from them as financially, but for us, our happiness is more than enough. So I think the midfield is what needs to be, Odoe is old, if he meets a young striker or winger, I'm sure he can keep up with the pace. And we all saw it, that he's always, outrun. So we need to work on the midfield. That's my take.
Thank you. Beirut think we need to work on the midfield, and he also think a lot of these players needs to go. And again, let me pick something up from the point Beirut just said. Against Egypt. So the Egyptian coach saw that, okay, this guy is leading me. And all of a sudden, Ghana Blasters were defending. So if you watch the game technically and very well, he started overloading the right-hand side of the Ghana Blasters. He went to Gideon Mensah, the crosses were coming in, then he saw that, no, this is the weak. So all the goals, even though it was mistake, he started offloading. And that is what I say, yes, the coach is thinking, I see a hole there, let me punish them. But Eja Chris couldn't see all this thing. Vero, so Mark, do you think this crop of players, are they going to lead us to the promised land? Or majority of them to be Otelon? What do you think?
No, like my Clay and Beru said, we needed an overhaul in the midfield. That's a fact. Midfield needed a new crowd. Like in here overhaul. Goalkeeper needed as long as Kasa resigning. We would die football no crabo because just a short and so he did some good saves, but as a goalkeeper, no. When I last man, sometimes when the players are tired and all that, you have to be able to come through for the team and try to save them. But you cost the whole team.
He's also the captain, but he was the captain, by the way.
Yeah. And you cost the whole team, and now look at our situation. But it looks like they all wanted to leave, like I said earlier on. So who to me who on the field crap will say either they don't want to play or they just want to end it and have a whole thing. So the midfield has to be reshuffled. But let me ask you guys, do you think we have a good attacking line? As Semenyo, Jordan Ayew, and Inaki playing those, leading the way, Moka say is it a good solid squad to take us to the next AFCON?
It all boils down to, if you look at our attacking, our 3 attackers. Semenyo is good on the ball. He could run with the ball, but his finishing, he needs more stamina. Because he got a clear chance and he couldn't even kick the ball. He was so tired. We need our attackers need to work on their stamina. Stamina-wise, and, Inaki Williams was just running in the game because as a goal poacher, he's not being fed from the midfield. If the passes are not going through, how are they going to attack?
So the point is they are not playing to his style. or they don't know
they are
his
not
style.
playing to his style. And when he went back to Atletico Bilbao, you saw how the brother knew his brother's style of play. So as soon as he got the ball, the brother ran. He played him on.
And he got clear-cut chances, about 2 or 3, where he could have like even bagged in about 2 or 3 goals coming off from the bench. So,
yeah, so you see, our midfield. Let's go back to our midfield. Our midfield, they like Partey's kind of cutting edge passes. We are lacking that kind of passes.
Yeah.
We look at the midfield. The passes were not going through. And sometimes when they get the ball, they hold on to the ball for so long and for the opponent to recover before they play the ball. You have to be fast. So they are the midfield. If the balls doesn't go to the attacker, you see the attack. At some point you could see that Semenyo has to come to the midfield to come and join the midfield, and then he has to call for the ball. And sometimes he run and they are not passing the ball. Like Jordan will hold on to the ball. You are playing winger, release the ball. The crosses are not going, to the attackers. How are we supposed to score goals when the midfield and the wingers are not fielding the attackers?
I agree. Okay, so Silva, to answer.
No, so now let's go ahead, Saka.
Yeah, just to wrap up, we need to go back to the drawing board and look at the problem as a whole and have a structure. Black Stars no need structure. Senegal team no they born. It's not like my friend. They know themselves. What I say? All the teams that are doing good, they know themselves. And Cape Verde for they know themselves and they are playing. They have a structure. And Ghana no from coast na BBA ni ho inti almost so be a PM then they go bring the person in. And I don't think that will solve it because they could be playing at top level in their clubs, but guess what? They train every week. They know themselves. When you say the ball is too high, we be fat. They had a short period of time. If they don't have it there, if we have the team and you have all these Inakis and all these people coming in, it will just blend like that. But this is a situation where they don't even know, they don't talk. I don't think they could do better phone after Inaki after scoring that goal. But back then, when the ACNs and Muntaris were there, Omulusua, Muntari be friends, hey, Jack, that kind of thing. So it was always there on and off the field. So if we don't put it together like that, we can have the best midfield, but we won't find a way to, put it together and have like a footballing team as Black Stars. So yeah.
Thank you very much, Mark. Yeah, and I perfectly agree because I don't know whether you saw this video. Was it 2 years ago or last year circulating? So John Mensah was in the same car with Michael Essien, Sule Muntari, Larry Kingston, Stephen Appiah.
About like 2 days ago.
Yes, and you see both all. Okay, yeah, because and I think it was last year, last 2 years. I don't remember the year, but this is the thing. They have that on and off field rapport. Yeah, but this current crop of players, we don't see that. Now, my next question. What to say? College Kondafa, where Pierre was Germany. This has emerged. Inaki Williams, and I still believe that Inaki Williams is not being fed with the ball. We are not using him right. And the players are not also feeding him with the ball. Because I saw so many things that after the day you came in against Mozambique, and it was because of his speed, the coach decided to put him up top and brought Semenyo to the flank. Then you could see Jordan started crossing the balls in the box, but give Semenyo those balls. So my next question is, those players that we always bring in, do you think they even help the Black Stars? I mean, there have been a few like Kevin Boateng, but there was a system. Essien Capitano Stephen Appiah. So he fed in so easy. But of late, do you think we should continue doing that? Clay, is it even right for them to even be chasing them? Instead of we looking at the grassroots and not grow whatever we go so that we can sow and rather bring in these players or more really Clay. Do you think we should keep on doing those import? Yeah, we know how say upon sign the or again where the or again. Do you think it's the right thing we should be doing?
I think it's right or wrong. You find out if the team is already cohesive. You kind of answer the question too, because if you bring in Kevin Prince-Boateng and you have already a good foundation of Stephen Appiah, Sule Muntari, all of them playing together, there's that commemorate, there's unity. You over 15, what I say? Dennis Awogu, you go find on no ball championship, right? It was a hit. He came to Ghana. There's a foundation, there's a platform which allows for these, we went from say Abrofono to come and play. If Inaki Williams is performing at Atletico Bilbao and comes to Ghana and doesn't perform, there's a problem, because one is either the system doesn't fit him, people are not passing him the ball, the structure is not right, so then he's not performing. Yetimi, back in the day, Black Stars he might perform, right? So
agreed.
Whether it's right or wrong, no, it depends on the foundation. If the foundation is not right, you can go and bring, say, if today cry to me convince Warbeck, and even if it's right for him to even come and play. In Ketia, at one point we were even trying to get in Ketia of Arsenal. So Beru, your guy, right? Even if you brought Nketiah into this team, he will not perform because there's no structure. There's no midfielder that is able to carry the ball, that's able to see those passes, like, say, for example, Odegaard in his team will do. So you can bring all these players, but if there's no quality around them, and it goes nowhere. Yet to your point again, bringing in the grassroots players, the homemade players as well. If there's quality there, fair enough, they can also perform. But if they also don't have that good team surrounding them, they will not perform. So I think it's a question of, once you bringing in these people, what is surrounding these people? It's a team game. It's not an individual game. So you can go and poach. I heard there's another Ghanaian that is performing somewhere in the Bundesliga. We're thinking about.
Frimpong.
Exactly. Go and bring him. Quality in what did I make an answer? So you need a system where it's working. You need the coaches able to identify my shortfalls, right? Where's my weakness? Identify the weakness. How can I make the best out of this player? If I feel like Semenyo is good on the ball, but maybe his finishing is bad, how do I utilize that? If I feel like Inaki is a goal scorer, but maybe he needs that service, how do I give him that? You understand what I'm saying? So
right.
It's a total thing where you got to consider all the factors, who's coming in, who's looking at all these things, and not just bringing them in. You can bring them all in and it will not perform. For example, the Brazilian national team is struggling. Why do you think they're struggling? Individually, they have really good players, right? You have Vinicius and all of that. But you can tell over time the Brazilian national team doesn't have that structure they used to have in the past. So
I think one of their ex-players made mention of that. All these calling of foreign players, and that is not helping their team. I'll get his name. One of their ex-players said that that's kind of like the source of their problem. So
yeah,
like you said, if the structure is not there, you can bring Cristiano Ronaldo.
And and yeah, that's true. That's true. Edin Ketia, I mean, we're trying to get him to come play for. I mean, he's quality, right? Very good goal scorer, but if you're going to bring him and he's not going to get service from the midfield, he's not going. Someone will not cross the ball to him. Versus, it won't take us anywhere. So it's a matter of restructuring a lot in the team before you can, bring these people. But, and there's another thing right now. They are seeing it, right? If I'm Eddie Nketiah, I've seen this performance. Even if I'm eligible to come play, do you think I'll come play? No,
You will
it's
not come,
encouraged
of
to come.
course.
Yeah. So
That-
you see, that's where my point goes back. It's like the pride. There's no pride. There's no effort. This is the big stage. You show what you have. It's a big stage to show what you have. Some of us living in the States, we meet people like especially Americans, and when you say you're from Ghana, what's one of the first things they say? Soccer, right? It was a football. So you guys did great, and it's so shameful that now you can't even say that.
No, I can't say that.
We
I
are
can't
doing
play
that.
in
Yeah.
our state.
Because all
we
they
can.
knew is back then. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so sad. It's so sad.
Okay,
Distracted.
Mark,
Distracted.
what do you think? Are you in favor of bringing in these players? And we don't see any difference, especially the latest one from Germany, who has not even played in any AFCON. We throw him in match against Cape Verde.
No, I don't believe those things work. And we've tried it in the past. Even when we had structures, they only did like 9-day wonders and then they got off the scene. So I believe they have to start from scratch, try to build something in the back. Amidst all this noise going on, try to build something, have a team. And when the team is already built and set up, plugging in 1 or 2 people with their experience abroad and all that helps. And then another thing that I wanted to add to what Clay said was the African soccer is different. Like watching this African Cup is way different. Like you can be the best in Europe or wherever, you get there and it's a different ball game. Osimhen, for example, like, and as a matter of fact, I don't even want them to Chelsea to go get him. I don't know if it's because of the African Cup, but that's on the side. So we build the structure and then we get the people who are willing to play for the team, not we going out there and chasing them. You know what I mean? Because send no more for me. And you going to try to convince them, say, hey, you're a Ghanaian, Obaha, Ubinye Biabo, and all that thing. They only come and play and just get recognized and then get like a bigger team to play, because when there's a tournament, Ghana is the only chance for Inaki to go to a World Cup. Spain and friend. So now he has a World Cup and that is thing. So you see what I mean? So they'll put them on the stage and all that. So we should find the people who are willing to play and stop chasing them to go and beg them to come and play for us. There are talents in Ghana, but because of whom you don't know this, so we can't tap into the source. At some point, they had to go in and beg this guy who has the soccer academy for Kudus, because more man a chance, and the guy was scared. Say, "Oh, the name I'm also back or to pass." So we had to play, and we had to go and beg him for him to release Kudus to go and play some type of tournament back in the days. Focus it, and they can take a lesson from the guy's academy, how he's doing it. And try to find talents across the country. Now feed into the systems. The system no honor. If you're under 17 now got 21. Now if you're no about boys see minimum here ball under 17, 21. Like help me out. I don't know. That's over. Tell me, Ubet match NBA 6 players.
I think it's the only way was Kudus, Kudus and Ashimoro. Yeah, that under 17 squad. I don't know. They play together. And some of them played in final, but not in under 17. Salisu, Richmond Lamte, they were together. But as said now, you will see say there is progression. 1991 Starlet, 1993 Starlet, but this time around.
So that's the only way they can try to solve the problem. Minimum say youth football na koso an kasapupa. Because if technically say if you youth na aba to the top. Now most start if you top now most scatter there. These are the results we get, and I don't expect anyone to expect any results in 2025. Morocco, no. Too early. Omu sacrifices our tournament. No fan prepare papa. No more call 2027. No. That might be better for them. So yeah, that's my take.
Yes, I think I perfectly agree with you, Mark. But the only thing is, don't say someone pay Victor Osimhen. Now Jackson Kramo Kofano. Now Victor Osimhen. Now but the mutimi here. Only God knows what else he can do. Anyways, Biero, what do you also think about this player exploit here? I mean, bringing players. Oh, well, you're Ghanaian. He's born in Germany. He's like, he doesn't even understand the culture. Look, the English national team, when you are even about to play, this is what they do. They do orientation for you. So you know, say there is a certain Bobby Charlton. He played for Manchester. He played in this. He played in the 1966 tournament. So when you see him, you didn't even see him play, but you adore him. Back in the days, when you ask any player, when they are playing Munchini, I want to be like Abedi Pele. I want to be like Tony Yeboah, Razak, Polo, Adaiche, Frimpong Manso, Emmanuel Lama Senegal, because they are in Ghana. They've seen these players. Bringing these players in, Biero, what do you think? Do you think we should keep on doing it, or it's not the right thing?
I mean, other national teams have tried it, and I mean, when you look at the Senegal team, some of the youngsters that they brought in the team were born in France, but because they had the structure already, they were able to fit in, and they were able to gel with the senior players. Now, the African game is a totally different ball game altogether. It's not like European game where, you know, physicality is not that, it's frowned upon. But our game is very physical. Look at the AFCON. And so these Dadabas, when they come into the national team and they are playing in the African continent, they kind of struggle, especially the pitch. You know, you see some of the pitch, the balls are dead in here and there. So they kind of struggle. So personally, I don't think the foreign-born players are the problem. But I think because the orientation, how to make them feel fit in is what we should look at. Because, you know, we don't have the players. We don't have the players. Gone were the days when we had the coast teams and you see raw talent. I like the way you mentioned Abedi Pele. Abedi Pele, those days, they call him Don Pele. And he comes to play ball, and my senior brother told me about when Abedi Pele was Abedi Pele. When you see him play, you admire him. You adore the gentleman. So we need to, we still need them. We still need them, but we just have to put structures in place to make them fit in. And when we are able to do that, I mean, we'll get the real result. So we should probably have to understudy Senegal, how they're able to bring on board those foreign players and how they're able to, you know, realign their mind to feel patriotic about, you know, the country of their origin. Instead of just calling the players, bringing them in, and just leaving them. And, you know, if the players comes in, they feel like they are strangers, of course, you know, they will go on the pitch and you will not see anything there. So it's about the player management, how we manage the players, transition them into the national team. Yeah, so we still need them. We don't at the moment. We don't have the players. Even our local teams are not doing so well, and people don't even go to the stadium to watch our local games. You know, on Saturdays, somebody would rather watch Chelsea play, Arsenal play the EPL than to just go and sit at Accra Stadium. When we were growing up, and when Hassan Kotoko is playing the team a match at Accra Sports Stadium, you see right from coming Kuma Circle, you see the Fabu phobia, you know, the passion was there. But these days we don't have that passion again. So we need to The GFA has a lot to do. I don't know if they're going to keep this current GFA, but if they should change them, that would be the best. And then come up with the fresh ideas and see how they can get this foreign born Ghanaian players, youngsters who are willing to go to war for Ghana on the pitch. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Biaro. Let me quickly go ahead and read some comments from YouTube. So, Nicholas Obin Kingasti said, Semenyo and Kudus, they are only his good players. They are good players. Emmanuel Cooper said, the midfield is actually good. We need quality attackers and technically sound coach. Emmanuel Cooper. Yes, that is the captain of Afro Elites, a soccer team based in Maryland. He is the captain. Nicholas Tobin said, Jordan and Dede, they have to retire. They have to retire them for some quality, experienced players to have the opportunity to play. Then Obin came back again, said, Richard Ofori should be sacked. He is the reason for the second goal. Then Wadaski said, Richard Ofori shouldn't be called to the Black Stars again. Clay, you've seen various different kinds. There have been so many African Cup of Nations. You've watched them. This current crop of players, if they are playing, one, do you see their commitment level very high? And if no, why is it so? And if yes, why is it so? In terms of commitment, Clay.
Yeah, I brought this up earlier. Commitment, effort, didn't see that at all, especially in this tournament. You can see it's like they go through moments where there's something going on, there's some excitement, right? For maybe 10 minutes, and then it goes away. For example, in our last game, watching it, there was this aura about the team after the first penalty, right? And I was like, okay, well, maybe this is a spark. Maybe they are starting slow, And then right after the penalty, they scored it. It went back to, zero commitment. And that's where I think the problem is, or most of the problem lies, especially when it comes to the playing field, right? We can talk about the stuff that is happening outside, but commitment, you don't see that in this crop of players that much. It's like, I personally think it results to the fact that these people are not united enough. There's that question. I heard rumors that in the camp, there are little villages in the camp, right? The players that play in the Spanish league would stick with themselves. Those who are more on the French side will stick with themselves. And then the local players will also stick to themselves. And then there's the whole I've been here before kind of thing. If you have that mentality of individualism in a team, especially when you form those groups, it hurts the team overall, right?
Yeah, the cliques.
Then they're not already. We are suffering with a not so sound technical coach, right? Someone make a good comment in the we need a technical sound coach. We don't have that, so it hurts a lot when these players on the field are not showing commitment. They don't show commitment. Commitment is lacking. You can see that from a few players, like I said, very few moments where you see like some sort of spark. You're like, okay, maybe this is the time, and then all of a sudden, it's like they all fall flat, right? At one point, Mark made a point. It's like they just went out there, called 11 players to play, and they are trying to figure themselves out on the field, right? There's no structure. You can't even tell what style of play they are playing. Is it we have the two holding in the middle. Is it working? If it's not working, what are their role in itself, right? Because you are playing against a team that's not, the strongest in attack. So why are you playing a two? So is it the players' fault? Is it the coach's fault? And with these players, there's space, right? You can see someone with grass in front of him. Why don't you move the ball versus trying to pass the ball? You know, stuff like that. It makes you question their quality, because it's sad, because some of these decision making goes a long way to bring in results, right? When you're ball, no, you want the ball. If you have grass in front of you, why are you looking for another player? Move the ball.
Right.
Move the ball. It feels like you don't. Are you a professional? It almost as if you're asking them, like, this is like football 101. If there's grass in front of you, move the ball. Move the ball before you. Then they want to rather do the short pass that comes back to them, and it's like, what's the point in that? So in terms of commitment, I didn't see any at all. Like I said, in very small moments in some of the games, you could tell, oh, maybe this is the time they are going to sense something. But what will spark commitment? A lot has to do with coach, right? A good coach who brings everybody on board. A lot has to do with the players themselves and finding a way to get that united front for all the players, and not being individualistic and I don't talk to this one, or we don't gel. You know, if you don't have that, then there's that lack of commitment. It's almost at times you see that once one player's mistake is kind of like, oh well, he made a mistake, not me, kind of deal. You know what I'm saying? And so no problem, my back pass, and it wasn't me. Until if it scores, you see, and that's the problem. They are not killing themselves for each other, which is a bad thing. So.
Thank you very much, Clay. And you said it right there. Yes, you don't see the commitment. So proud to the World Cup in Germany. Sami Tuga of Bayern Munich fame. Ghana against the Stallions of Burkina Faso in Ouagadougou under Coach Giuseppe Dosena. He got an injury in his arm or something. They wanted to take him off. He managed it and he was playing. These are people who wanted to die for the shirt, who wanted to die for the palace, who wanted to die for the senior national team. Mark, we just knocked out from another disappointing AFCON. These players, did you see any commitment from this crop of players? Mark?
So I think I said it in the earlier remarks, and it looks like they were even in a hurry to go back to their clubs. Their body language after they got out, even when they didn't know their fate, there are rumors that some people were like making arrangements to leave back to their club and all that. It looked like they had given up. I don't know what internal wranglings were going on, but they know better. And we could see it on the pitch. There was like zero commitment. You could see flashes from a few players. You can see the difference in their quality when Kudus was on the field. And as soon as Kudus gets taken out, you know what happens. You know, he was the only one who was able to speak like to the media and all that, even after where he was crying and all that. We didn't see that from, I saw the Diayu's interview where he was telling them like, oh yeah, it's a young team and some of them is their first time and all those excuses that they were given. So like Clay said, you could see here and there, some people were committed. Some people were also there to showcase their talent, to put themselves out there for scouts who came there to see it. But the rest, they feel like they're already their age and all that. So hey, let me put in my best and go. And we can't blame it on them like chasing the bread, like coming to play because of the money and all that, because I don't think like all these amounts that we are hearing and all that is something that will put them there. So it's some of them trying to make their personal records, some of them, it was like everybody had their own reason for being on the field. What I say? It looked like Bia won the reason in Tia Waba, and it wasn't like a team thing where, hey, it's like they knew Omuntimi Kwaje Capital. It's as simple as that.
Agreed.
Yeah, back in the days, ACMO tournament, you know, said they are going in and going to the latter part of it. And this time, there's more teams, so it was easier to qualify. So to be dropped out as this day, I don't know how they are taking it personally, but it doesn't read well for us at all, and then they need to regroup and find a way of coming back to win the hearts of like Ghanaians and all that. You know, the football love was dying, and kaka they got people back into it, and now look at where we are. So commitment to it, it's just a few people that were committed, especially in this tournament. Yep.
Thank you very much, Mark. As Mark rightly said, ever since CAF even increased the numbers to more teams, and look, we haven't done anything. Yes, qualifying from the group twice in succession.
And to
has been a problem.
Football is a small team on him.
Yeah, but we will have a discussion on that football, but because me, that thing, I don't want to even go there because I disagree. But if you don't do your things well, when we won our 4th AFCON, Cameroon didn't even have one, but now they even have. If you don't, but we'll have a topic. We'll have a discussion on that.
Just
because I don't, because France will get Gibraltar 14-0, Ivory Coast Seychelles 9-0. If you don't do it's infrastructure, lay them well. So that thing, I don't want to agree. So but
the same Ivory Coast got trashed 4-0. The same Ivory Coast.
Fine, that's the thing. But do your homework well. Who do your homework well? Now soccer is scientific. If you don't do your homework well, and then I can say, but listen, African Cup of Nations, right? I agree. Tell me those who've been winning it. Zambia obey Machi Kakra in the Equatorial Guinea. Egypt, the same old 4 people. Egypt, or more. Or let's say baby, World Cup, for instance. Agreed. Pure World Cup. Switzerland never did that. It's always the Brazilians, the Germans. If you don't do your homework well, that's what you will say. Now, Piero, back to you. Did you see any commitment in this AFCON that we played for the senior most national team, the Black Stars of Ghana?
From the Lackadaisical way these players played, there's no commitment, because if you are committed, we should see it ourselves. We should see you play for us to feel that this guy came to play to win something for the country. But what we saw on the pitch, the first, second, third game, I don't think our young men came to play for. It's like they had their own agenda. They've planned for everything. It's like they came for a puppy show, just they think it's just some show, some TV show that they have to appear on, and then and go back. I didn't see any commitment, because if these guys were really committed, they would have played the ball like it is their life depended on it. But they didn't care, because they know that they were in a hurry to go back to their teams, because that's where they get their money, and they were not ready to sacrifice for the country. And such players, we don't need them in the team. They should go and stay in their national team, in their club side, and never come back to play for Ghana if they know they cannot leave everything on the pitch.
Agreed very much with you, Piero. Yes, it should be Ghana, and it should be Ghana. If you are even going to sign a professional contract, I keep on saying this thing. They ask you your national team engagement in the EPL. They will ask you. So it should be Ghana and Ghana. Let me quickly go online and read some comment. So what Darsky said, Richard Ofori shouldn't be called to the Blaster again. Kudos has a lot to offer to the Black Stars. Yes, no commitment among some of the players, all coming from Wadaski. And again, I still don't get it. That is why I said Richard Ofori, Orlando Paris, third choice goalkeeper. He was imposed September after the injury. Why do you put him in goal post? Whilst you have a goalkeeper who is playing week in, week out. That Che goalkeeper, Champions League with Mediema. Why don't you want to bring him? This is Ghana Black Stars for you. That's why today we said enough is enough.
Yeah.
Biaro, now your last words to our lovely viewers before we call it an end.
Yeah, viewers, thank you for tuning in for the sport chat on Richmond TV. It's a great honor to be here every now and then to discuss sports because we have the passion for the game. So we like you, as you have enjoyed the show, kindly share it with your friends. Subscribe if you have not yet subscribed to the channel so that we can grow the channel.
Thank you very, very much, Biaro. Biaro wants you to subscribe so that we can grow the channel. Mark, your last words to our lovely viewers before we end the show.
Yeah, so I would want to say thank you to everybody who is out there watching us wherever you are. It's the second edition, I believe, and it can only get better. Subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell another friend. It's Sports Chat on Richmond TV. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, Mark. And Clay. I think I'll give between Mark and Clay. Who should I give Mr. Chelsea? Okay, I would think maybe one will be Mr. Chelsea and one will be Brother Chelsea. Clay, your last words.
Yes, thanks for joining us, folks. Really enjoyed this one here about Ghana. A lot to say, a lot of passion in this one. But seriously, guys, like, subscribe. Not only subscribe, but hit that notification button. Once we are live, you get a notification to come online. Tell a friend, spread the word, tell the family, gather around. Let's have good discussions on here with Sports Chat with Da Silva on Richmond TV. Let's go. Let's make this big. Come on, guys.
Thank you very, very much. So today has been a live telecast from Richmond TV, Sports Chats with Da Silva. We said enough is enough. We were just discussing about the Black Stars. We knew they were not going to do well, but just for the love of the game, we just supported them. Yeah, we closed this eye. We know they are not going to do well, but this eye was open, hoping that they would do something great for the nation and bring the glory back. But it didn't happen. The coach has always been sacrificed, and the same stakeholders are still in charge. So today we said enough is enough. Joining me today on this wonderful topic is Biaro, an accountant. And as I said when I introduced him, it's tax season, a very good tax preparer. See me, I will take you to Biaro. He got you. Mark, a very good friend, a family, and also a lover of the game, an astute Chelsea fan. Was also part of the Pandas. And Clay, also, understanding of the game. He really understands the game, especially when it comes to Chelsea. He knows everything about the Blues. He also joined us. Viewers, this is where we brought the curtains down today on Sports Chat with Da Silva. Thank you for joining. As I said, don't sack only the coach. Sack Olele, sack Didi Dramani, sack George Boateng, sack everybody. Cleanse the GFA. Don't sack Chris Hughton and said we are going to give interim to those. Those iPad, everything they were watching. No more who they couldn't advise the coach to do nothing. I'm a face silly. when sack everybody. Cleanse the GFA. Let's cleanse the GFA. Cleanse it for the third time. Then Ghana, the fan into my pefra. Thank you for joining. We come your way another time. I will see you when you see me. Always keep the dialogue on Richma TV. Sports Chat with Da Silva. We are out. Keep the dialogue. Thank you. Bye-bye.